sweep. Ancient being the final map doesn't quite bode well. We could be completely proven wrong. We may actually, that'd be quite a welcome surprise. I would be happy in my predictions being absolutely ruined, map being absolutely incredible. But Overpass stands between us and the dreaded Ancient if we get to see it. I think we're getting ready for our pistol round. It will be Sangal starting on CT side. Picked by Eyeballer. And it's also a little bit scary that they get to start on CT side this time. They can get a running head start here. They could just run away with this map like we saw.
Alright, so right now with Sangal on that CT side, if we're already mentioning how that is a very big advantage. But still gotta prove Rice in this case. Eyeballers looking to set up for somewhat of a B push here. Flash comes through, does absolutely nothing. It's way too deep. And that is still a good, nice shot coming out of Sangal on the back of that. Still bomb not really picked up. Now only moves from spawn in towards playground. So it looks like change of plan. In towards Ada will go while JW is taking a lead, but there is no one there with him to trade. Just went it alone.
That is maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there, but the rest of the teammates a little bit slower to the side, but still there. But Sammy, absolutely incredible. And look at that bomb. They desperately tried to get it down, but they will not be allowed. Sapek, the last one standing, and everyone is here, ready and welcoming to greet him. Be our guest. They said, try take this site if you dare. And unfortunately, he doesn't quite dare. Still ends up 6 feet under anyway. But alas, pistol round to Sangal. They have won every single pistol round so far in this series. They've also been winning all of the rounds off the back of it as well. So I'm thinking this is a trend that we will see continue. Eyeballs, of course, no bomb plant means that they will not be able to buy anything fancy this round. In fact, they are going completely nothing at all. Not utility, not armor, not a bought-up pistol. Going broken.
Oh, and their HP is not in the best spot either. Great incendiary to deal damage. One already below half HP, and that chip damage could really help. For example, those MP9s out that are across the table here for Sangal. It looks like Eyeballers, all 5 of them going the long way in towards long. Sammy then the one to pick them up. Ooh, spotted one player. Knows what time it is. Just waiting for the timing to hit. And, well, the spray down. Continuous short as a bit of damage dealt. Oh, have to reload. Needs to be a bit careful. But then you have Sammy. Got his teammates back and Flout coming right around the corner. Once again, it's a clean round coming out of Sangal. And what a hell. What a way to start this this map off.
The spray was incredible. There was just like, Floud was like, hey guys, can you leave one for me? So they leave one alive. He comes running with the SMG. You know, sharing the love a little bit there, making sure that everyone gets some kills on the board here. Maybe not Sammy and Jota just yet, but of course they're a little bit further removed from the situation. Beautifully handled though, not even needing to throw that smoke, just taking the raw gunfight because they know they can win it. They know they've got the weaponry. Now this is a round where they know that they'll be up against better weapons than they have. Most likely this is going to be very much a bonus for them. They've stacked on the utility a little bit. But definitely an advantage here for Eyeballers. Lovely part of the smoke there. A little bit of damage, but information if nothing else.
It makes Eyeballers a bit scared of how Sangal was capable of these accurate pushes. Almost able to make it work. And now there's a smoke, but Eyeballers once again not looking to sit tight and actually want to push out with 2 players, but oh, the damage continues to be dealt. And there's no bomb on their backs. That was more to try and create an opening and then wait and see maybe the rest can rotate in. But they have to fall back. Have to wait out a second, but Sangal, they're very keen to push. But it has been held. Eyeballers, this time's the patience game is paying off. That is 2 lovely openings. We'll make it a 3rd. Sammy also found in the process. And yeah, this is getting from bad to worse. Now Flout and Lindsay, what can you do? This kill here is a nice one to begin with.
Weapon upgrade as well.
Now, The bomb still hasn't really been planted, but you have one player that's over towards A flat now here, so the bomb will be planted here. But a 2 versus 4. Well,
Make that a 3 versus 2. And they're still going for more here. This retake very much on. They've both got a kit available. Now, a little bit far removed from the situation is LNZ. But if I can find a couple more here, there's still very much could be a possibility. Might just go try stick it.
Wow. Oh, well, that is a spray for the smoke. LNZ too far away. And now it will have to be a save.
That was a lovely movement from LNZ there on the escape, though. I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah.
Smooth. And there we go. Another one for good luck. They may have lost the round, but it was a bonus. And they make it so expensive for eyeballers. And if we learn anything about Sangal in map number 1 is that they love to come back from a loss even better.
Exactly. You know, if Sangal does the thing that they've been doing on Vertigo, Sangal now wins, crushes the economy of eyeballers, and has one hell of a start. But easier said than done. Still have to make that happen. But it's definitely a scenario that eyeballers is keeping in the back of their minds. They can't let that happen again. And we're going for connecting control. Continue with the default strat. Spread across the map. Waiting to see where you can find an opening. Pepsol last round. CTs went pretty aggro on short. Now it is his territory. CT's a bit more passive.
We did see Sangal very much a sort of powerhouse on the T side with very aggressive entries. Then on the CT side, we saw that, of course, teeter off a little bit as is sort of comes with the nature of the role of being on the CT side here. Still very aggressive when they can and want to be when the opportunities present. But it does mean that they struggle a little bit more because their style doesn't quite line up as nicely with playing defensively. But turns out doesn't really matter. Gets the first kill, is traded back, but so much damage. He and Pebsor limping for the rest of this round.
Yeah, and that means they have to play together. Because if one trade just doesn't end up, it could easily be a mow down. So going to be grouping up towards the A side, it seems. But they have to take a bit of a run in the end. 30 seconds left. Good flashbang upon Sapek, who is the one to come along. The rest now out of bathrooms. And there's a player even wrapping behind them. So even if Flout wants to get these kills, well, Youngster certainly can. Helps out his teammate and sure does 2 kills back. But they continue to chip away the time of the clock from eyeballers. Sapek has creeped into bank, but the bomb is so far away. In 10 seconds, you get 1 kill. Oh, that's all he needed. LNZ not aware that he was there at all. And eyeballers, even though it looked dire, they make it happen.
I was just hoping that they would try weight down that timer. And honestly, could have seen it go a completely different way if they had. But, as you said, not quite sure where they needed to be looking there. And it's a very scary position to be in because you've got to watch out from all angles when you're hiding on truck there. If they slip down bank, they can get you dumpster. They could be coming from shot. If you don't know where they are, it's a difficult one. So I understand the reposition, but I was kind of just hoping, stick it out a couple more seconds, you've got this. But Sangal, they are going to try force into this one. Everything they've got left in the bank account is a complete $0 available for all of these players right now. I've gone with a scout on Sammy, who is incredible on the orb on map number 1. Not quite the same weapon, but hopefully we can see the same success. I'll go and hunt for this, however. Whittling down that time are Sangal. But it's going to be relatively quiet. We've not seen any points of damage taken. Youngster here's a lot of bullets coming his way and sees the nades coming out. Has to do something. Going to throw that Molotov duck down behind barrels. But unfortunately, everyone already ready and out on site. Goes 1 for 1 on the kills. And that nade, going to try to pop the smoke. Not going to see anything. Hot shots but nothing gonna connect. Ooh, Cloud gotta be careful. Doesn't check the angles and Sapek going to get one traded out, however. 3v3 and that timer is ticking. There is no kit available, so if they want to go for this, it has to be soon. I think the call to save might already be coming on through. jottAA's got to be careful because JW knows there's a connector. Spots him, takes him down, and that is the round 3 on the board for Eyeballers. They are finally, for the first time in the series, I can't help but feel, in the lead.
Yeah, that was super nicely done. The way that Eyeballers catch these timings, use that information to basically lock it in, play it safe, not too overly aggressive in the post plant. And with that, in the lead, as you just mentioned, once again, the money for Eyeballers not looking great. That was the force, of course. Just have to try and give it your all, but now the inevitable eco has come around the corner. And in fact, an eco rush, it seemed, well, sort of. They rushed into bathrooms and stacked it up. Maybe it will be met with a kill. Couple players lurking at least around playground, but Eyeballers take it piece by piece.
Absolutely, piece by piece. They have one brought up weapons here. We haven't seen any particularly scandalous eco rounds this series. Maybe that changes, but not particularly hopeful. That's a nice little angle, playing wide out in the open. Heap clearing through connector. So much map control that they've got here. The stack over towards long. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be particularly helpful. Ooh, I haven't said that.
That's a kill you don't want to be having. Ooh, but the answer right there is so solid. Make sure that one loss is all that will happen. And Eyeballers with that continue to build up their own bank. Maybe you even want to go for a T-side warp. I mean, they technically can afford it if they want to.
They could. I don't know if they will. They won't, no. Not worth the risk, especially when Heap's still on like a Galil. They could very much, as you said, have gone for it. Not choosing to. Samey allowed the orb at long last. Maybe the impact that they need to turn the tides once again. It's getting very aggressive with it. Has the backup of Floud though.
Oh,
Missed
the flash
drop.
though.
Falls away, but Floud there, as we said, the backup ready to cover.
That was a very good kill to be getting. Immediately the confidence boost right up. But you need to be making sure you're not giving away the lead spam. Nade. Damage up onto Youngster. They continue to make things a bit tricky. So they know that there is quite a bit of presence towards Monster. But if there's anything we know from Eyeballers is that they just like to default. Go for a play around 30 seconds. So nothing has been decided as of yet. The bomb still close towards the spawn.
So, very reminiscent of Virtus Pro sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
wait down the timer, and then
do
Hail
something.
Mary in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, I
we've seen
feel
that quite a bit.
if something doesn't work in the first 20 seconds, Eyeballers will just slow it down and wait for Sangal to just throw you to left and right. And once that is looking a lot more empty, that's when usually they will strike. So once again, here, Incendiary, smoke to follow it up. Now the 30-second mark. Gonna be using that nade to extinguish it, but the trade is near to immediate. jottAAA already encountering for the B-Rap to come on through. And now that there is nothing that Eyeballers can do. It was, yeah, just simple read. Because Eyeballers keep doing the same thing.
It was interesting because I think it was jottAAA was holding for connector there. They swing out and start throwing utility and didn't even look at construction to see if there was someone there.
Nope.
He was just stood there and they just started throwing utility without checking their surroundings. Interesting one, but again, I guess in the heat of the moment when you have to rush to get that bomb down, as we said, last 30 seconds, those sorts of things do slip through the cracks.
Wow, look at that utility damage. 3 players to about, well, 60, 70 HP, so definitely losing a big chunk considering you're up against the, for the majority, well, 2 M4s. Could help out getting the kills home. But still, everyone's standing. Player now spotted over towards long. Bit of information gathered. Floud not moving much. Semi neither. Bit of player jump spotting over towards B a little bit, but no one spotted. Eyeballers once again approach this round in a very slow manner.
Has to be careful though. That next jump peak is going to spot somebody that very well could spot their head going flying off. Semi lovely little angle there, and I don't think that's quite where they're expecting the AWP to be playing. Still got 10 seconds until the 30-second mark. Still got 10 seconds to wait until this all-out push, and that smoke is going to be coming on through. They're going for more aggression, playing up close and personal, but it backfires too far out, nowhere to hide. The kills come flooding in for Eyeballers.
I've seen a bit of a similar play coming out of Semi on Vertigo, where he just wasn't too confident on the AWP, and continues to just go for these quick scopes that end up doing absolutely nothing. Which is a bit of a shame. Of course, he is technically, well, sort of standing, maybe the potential fit for this team. I don't know. Sangal's being pretty quiet in regards to the roster. At least Amy's second game with the squad.
Yeah, just the cool save here. I don't think they're going to go hunting for it particularly. They've not really got the money to invest into losing any of these weapons. And also Sangal very far removed from the situation here. Lovely round for Eyeballers, putting together a pretty nice T side here. All things considered, Sangal, we're going to want to see them maybe 2 more rounds at a worst case scenario to call this a good half. This is a very different team to what we saw turning up on Vertigo, actually. Sangal, I'd love to see that firepower coming out from them. It's backfired occasionally. But with Eyeballers sitting back and waiting, if they can have a little bit more of a poke and prod, send 2 players out together to try figure out where this might be, this last minute hop might be coming from. Or just doing anything in the minute and a half that we are waiting at the beginning of the round, you know? I'm just asking for something, anything.
Yeah, it continues to be good chunks of damage upon Eyeballers early round. Once again, Sapek down to 35 HP even. But it doesn't really seem to bother Eyeballers at all. Just gotta be waiting. And yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. Now, I do like this boost, but get spotted. Have to be careful. At least not much damage dealt. Need a bit of chip damage upon LNZ, but nothing too worrisome. It continues to put Sangal in a bit more awkward positions.
Does indeed.
Still not sure where it's going to be. They're hesitant to peek for information. They know that potentially that AWP is into play. Just have to hold corners and wait for the timer to hit.
Ooh, opening pick is absolutely beautiful. They've been getting away with a lot of these recently. The flashbang's just incredible. Resmoke's coming out, Youngster just going to sit there and wait. They've not been too apprehensive with calling any rotates over. GNZ, this is going to be a big and important fight to win here. And does indeed get the kill. It's clean. Youngster hears the footsteps and starts mowing them down. Has the backup there of Jota. And it is clinical. Now Heap left alone, so much to do. And Jota watching this angle like a hawk. Cross the shoulder, spam through the wood. Gonna have a little bit of reload because there's plenty of time for it. And there's no time left for Heap. 4th round on the board. Sangal coming right back. It's been a little bit more of a wobbly route for them. But putting another one on the board.
Yeah, and Eyeballers here, their economy is not the richest, in fact. Can invest into a rifle, but, you know, if you want an AK, you might have to sacrifice some util. But if you want util, you have to go for a Galil instead. Looks that Pipesaw is really the only one to go for the Galil plus util. And the rest, you know, maybe a smoke and a flash at most. So what is then the approach going to be? Because you can't bait out as much as util as they've done the past couple of rounds. Maybe just go for a bit of a faster approach. One player sneak through, thought spotted. They know exactly what's up. And that kill, very nicely done. Sabi as well found a lovely opening here towards mid-ground. Sapek falls, and now a very troublesome scenario for Eyeballers.
Sammy gonna have to be careful. Has been caught out a couple of times by this bot, playing more passively, which for the AWP we'd like to see. Sammy's being a little bit too aggressive at times, and actually being the one that falls for that opening pick. But playing it carefully, utility there as well. Oh, spotted the head on the jump spot, but that is deterrent enough. His presence alone deterrent enough not to peek that. Golden needs to go somewhere.
Well, that certainly is a way to open things up. Even a dink through the wall there up on LNZ. But the nade as well done so much damage, and a wrap from behind coming through. Golden almost about to plant the bomb, but now it has to be on his teammate Heap. Oh, getting obliterated here by Cloud. Very well done. Keeping the damage at a minimum. Exactly what Sangal needs. Now they found that conversion. Slowly ramping up here towards the latter stages of the first half, and still having a shot of now getting back in a lead and perhaps even securing a 7th.
7-5 finish for Sangal would be more than ideal. 6-6 for both of these teams. I felt like they'd both be very content with as well. Oh, that is not a good noise. And as we can see, Sammy has been duplicated on the HUD. CS2 doesn't play particularly nicely with these servers, but what I am sure will happen is match pause there. They will be fixing this issue as quickly as possible so that we can get this game back underway. So, you gonna be stuck with us again? Hello, welcome back everybody. You go, ooh, magic transition. There we go. We are back. Now this is a lot more of an even match, which I'm quite happy about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Vertigo very much felt one-sided. We saw one good round come out from Eyeballers, and then Sangal immediately knew how to fix any mistakes they've made, patches that hole right up, and then we continue with them going on a round streak. This has been a lot more of a battle here, and it feels very well fought from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very pleasantly surprised with the way Eyeballers was able to find that streak as well. And overall, it felt like more cohesive in comparison to Vertigo.
Yeah.
A lot more trades. And sure, they play agonizingly slow. But at least the execution itself, the trades that are there, the flashes are really solid. And Sangal sometimes get a bit stuck in their heads. They don't really dare to go for too many information peaks or pushes to get map control themselves, and they're just left by waiting, throwing util, delaying, and hoping that it will be enough, but not quite gonna be enough. Eyeballers does a very good job holding on to their own util and throwing in the execute right when it needs to be.
They're a lot more patient than I would be about this StarCat. Was it HLTV confirmed? They were talking to SDY, and I believe they described this style of Counter-Strike as teeth pulling. And I could never, I couldn't sit still. I couldn't sit and wait out a minute and a half, waiting for them to make a move.
No.
I'd be itching to go for these information peaks. And in all fairness, on some of these runs, it is working out for them. But I feel like in the long run as well, because if this does go a third map, the longer this game drags out, the more and more tired these players could be. And MR12, it's a lot shorter, but it very much does still kind of encourage this saving style of play, which means the games still feel quite long a lot of the times as well. Even if they are much shorter, they feel like you're saving just as much as you were on go. And that can very much mess with teams' heads, mess with players' heads. You've heard a lot of them speaking about it, you know. The save meta towards the end of Go, I'm going to say it, and people might disagree with it, was miserable.
Yeah.
Where you would save the moment you lost the player, and at times it does feel a little bit like that with 2 as well. But if it's working out for them, and it does seem to be working out for them quite well on this T side. However, we've got to think about the CT side as well. How does this doing nothing style translate? You've got to switch up a little bit when you move onto that CT side. Sammy on the AWP once again, having a little look. He has been playing some nice little off angles today as well. He has always been not quite where they expect him to be. And that has led to some nice picks. Sometimes a little shaky on the mechanical side of it, but positioning has been incredible.
Even on pistols.
Even
on bare pistols, Eyeballers is making this agonizingly slow. Now the majority at least here into bathroom. Taking it step by step, but Sammy definitely ready on his AWP. Even though bottom fragging definitely has had a couple crucial kills on that weapon, and now the peek comes through. It's a lovely flash that came about. But looks like the kill's not really too big. Oh, the Rory's second flash comes through. It doesn't really seem to speed things up here for Eyeballers at all. Still stuck at Flower Pot. Can't really seem to get by Warp. Even though Sammy does miss a shot, there's still rivals. There we go. Second one.
Second time's the charm.
Yeah. Well, alright. One from behind dealt with at least. Pepsol looking for more blood. Ooh, his teammate saved the day. Prevents Sammy from dropping. Keeps the damage at a minimum. So, for Sangal, not too many more money problems. Eyeballers, on the other hand, might have to sacrifice a little bit again in the util department. But it's a bit of a better buy in comparison to what they had the past couple rounds.
Peps are on the pistol rounds is the pistol pariah I might dub him, because he's just been incredible. I like the headshots with the pistols, insane. Putting up a fight there yields a little bit of result, but as he said, it's starting to look shaky. Ooh, gonna be a little bit of a fight going on here in Connector. It's actually Flower gonna be losing out on that one. Spotted just as he was exiting. Leg caught, shot down. And that is the player advantage for Eyeballers, and they have a pretty good conversion on these opening duel wins. They are usually pretty hot on this. Sammy once again playing up close, but knowing that now is the time maybe to fall back and let teammates fill in some of that space. Have to be careful though. Oh, so lucky that they were right down Connector there. I was
so scared of the players. Were to peek, and now back's turned. That's not the time. I wanted to command him for holding bathrooms that long, knowing his teammate was on the other end of it, so they could work off of one another. But now it was just LNZ grabbing that one kill, but I need to find much more. Last round of the half, have to go for this. Now one player already caught over towards long. Jota tries to fight back, but now both of them coming through from Bang. The trades come through. And what more can Youngster do? He at least finds one more, but he's running out of bullets. Just 3 left in his mag. Nothing he can do. Has switched to the Deagle, but it's JW's pistol instead that will make this a tie.
Welcome back, everybody. A 6-6 half, much more of an equal affair on our map number 2 of this series. Of course, Sangal taking map number 1. Now, very important pistol round for both of them, and that was an incredible kill to crack this one open with Eyeballers. They want to take this to a map 3, and it starts right here.
Just got 1 inch closer, perhaps, to doing so. But the round is far from being done just yet. Sangal on the same side. Take it a step by step. Now go for a long rush here. No one here in bathroom, at least, to be met with. Also, no information to be gathered. It might actually be the right call. There's only 1 player currently sitting on this A bomb site. Will be peeking. Oh, gets tagged in the process. Now Golden is definitely going to be asking for the cavalry to arrive because this is trouble. I'm not sure how Golden still stays alive. He even gets a kill in the process. He did a very good job delaying that bomb plan. Now, a very ballsy one to say the least. That's planted for bang. Exactly where the CTs are going to be coming from, and now it's just Floud. 1v2, not impossible, and especially not if you're landing those headshots. Wow.
What a sequence coming out there, just pulling down the trigger and letting those bullets hail down on your enemies. What an impressive clutch there. I thought it's all over because when they got that bomb down, I was quite surprised that bomb went down when it did. And once it went down, it started to get a little bit scary. They left in the clutch situation, but kept their cool. Something that they have been very good at. Not exactly being, you know, this shining star of the series, but so consistent in the background. What a way to keep this going. And a pistol and a bomb plant. That is all you could dream of as a team. Eyeballers now going to have to fully eco. There is that one P250, but it might not be here for much longer. Talking of it, there it goes.
Or Heap about to be met with his 5 probably very soon. Jota around the corner. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, that's the gun barrel sticking out. Once again, it is Golden on these pistols. He gets a couple of cheeky kills. Finds a follow-up here in the process. Finally will be dealt with, but the ult on the side is making this a bit tricky. But eventually they will get it over the line. Sangal with an 8th round up on the board. And now Eyeball need to fight back. Because sooner or later, you have to start to get things going. This is your map pick. And this is your chance to stay within this best of 3.
Absolutely. Now, the bonus round here might yield Eyeballers a little bit of an opening to try even that number once again. But Sangal can take this. They are starting to push this divide further and further. Now, with weaponry like this, we've seen them really aggressive on their T sides before, and I really enjoy watching it, quite frankly. With a weaker buy like this, you kind of got to go a little bit crazy with it. Especially when you know that you're up against the likes of what is probably likely to be 5 rifles, to your knowledge. JW having a little bit of a poke. We talked about information plays being something that Sangal didn't really go for a whole lot of the time. Something that Eyeballers seem very keen to do themselves, however. Ooh, spots the barrels.
This is now extremely tricky. They go 1 for 1 here on the side, but the smokes. So much distraction. Not sure where the CT should look, and they lose 2 players in the process. Bomb will be planted, and sure, good damage dealt upon LNZ. Makes it a bit more viable here to still go for the round. There's no kit in Eyeballers' their hands. They have to make it a quick one. The flashes at least help them get a bit closer, but the footsteps heard, and oh, Sammy knows exactly where Heap is at, but Heap still stands tall. Looks the wrong way, though. Youngster comes to wrap around. And that is a 9 locked in here for Sangal. Massive win. And sends Eyeballers straight down into economic disaster.
Economic disaster is certainly the way that I would put it myself. They have got not much money, and that does mean double digit for Sangal. All but confirmed here We have seen them pull out a couple of cheeky plays here and there. We've got a Deagle or two and the MP9. Now, MP9 is going to have to work miracles, though, if they want to try win this. Maybe just going for damage, scoop up a couple of weapons, but already taken down there. And Youngster stepping up. There's one more in connector. There's one more on his shopping block. The HE grenade is lethal, half health. That's half the job done. And now LNZ just a waiting game here. Baiting them out. Spots the shoulder, takes them down. And only two members left alive. One left alive even. Not long left for this world. And even on the reload, not able to find a kill.
Now, the pressure continues to rise for Eyeballers. The wiggle room, not much there anymore. You have to win consecutive rounds, something they were failing on Vertigo. But CT side, JW has been delivering, as has Gordon, to be fair, here in the second half. Sure, as far as kills go, he's not quite up there just yet. But definitely has had a big chunk of impact frags on this A-bomb site.
Definitely, but we are going to see other individuals stepping up, maybe to the level of impact that we're seeing from him if they want to keep this going. It's been quite quiet from some of the individuals here. Don't know if he spotted that. Don't think so. So Xcloud, so much space to work with here. All lined up, shot connects. That's the opening pick. But it's all but a ruse because all of these players down here by the B-bomb site, I think they might be a little suspicious they've not heard anything else up on A.
Well, this is looking more like it. Eyeballers does a good job of holding the T's back. At least one more smoke, another follow-up to put on the site. But can they manage to cross? Can they manage to find a way back into this round? It's starting to get really tricky with 4 players already roaming about. That's one player spotted. But a near to immediate trade. jottAAA on the AWP as well does wonders. And they get closer into the side. Look at the positioning of Sapek. Starting to creep around the corner. The incendiary on the side is so good and continues to delay. That's a lovely shot though. And maybe it's possible. Oh, Young's had the right idea looking behind. And jottAAA has to do it all by himself on the side. Can't do it. Now it's up to Youngster. 1 versus 2 and 10 seconds left on the clock. And honestly, this is a very awkward bomb plan. There's no way that he can do it. Does line the shot, but not going to get it over the line. Not this time around.
Eyeballers making sure they don't give it away. They knew that if nothing else, time was on their side there. 7th round. Good way to start this. I don't want to say comeback. The gap isn't that big, but it is their first round of this half. We want to see them build upon it because that's something that we've seen a little bit better on this map that they struggled with. Map number 1 is we struggled to see them piece together rounds. They'd get 1 round, they'd buy up, they'd immediately be shot back down. And unfortunately, there's a very, very nice buy for Sangal on the other side of this. Ready and waiting to contend this, wanting to repeat history with these one and done rounds. Get that little bit of background music.
Yeah, a little club scene going on. But still, it's not all fun and games here. The pressure is still on. Heap has an opportunity, and he definitely doesn't miss. Very important shot, and maybe even more to be reckoned with. As Sammy misses a very crucial shot that had to be the refrag. And now Eyeballers continue with the lead. Esposito around the corner. That is lovely teamwork. Information transferred over. And his teammate now activated. So, back to a 4-on-4. But what's the plan going to be? Bomb still down, 40 seconds to go, and a decision will have to be made.
It will. A little bit worried about Sammy on the AWP. This map has definitely been struggling a little bit some of these very important kills. And of course, teammates have been picking up a little bit of the slack, but still would have been nice to see him hitting some of these crucial shots. So here's the utility, fully blind as well. Here's everyone storming towards him. Can't find anything. That Molotov burning youngster alive. It's going to be the nade that finishes him off, though. Now it's 2v3. That bomb still needs to go down. They've been cutting it very close at the timer themselves. And Sammy just got to try to plant it, but there's nothing that he can do. Taken it down. And that is an 8th round. We're seeing a lot of these bomb plants coming in so close, and they're just not leaving themselves any time to try and deal with the players on site, desperately trying to plant these bombs as bullets and utility hails. So maybe advice that we gave to eyeballers, maybe we need to get to Sangal as well about trying to make something happen slightly earlier in the round.
The Eyeballers just does a really good job of deploying the utility at the perfect time. So they do so much delaying, causing them to not be able to plant the bomb. You know, it takes one smoke to cause confusion and making it very difficult to get rid of the CTs on the side, and then afterwards you throw in incendiary and boom, plant denied. Nothing you can do with that. Also a very empty bank here for Sangal. There is a hero rifle, but that's about it. The rest on pistols, some upgraded, and a bit of util left and right.
Tiny bit, not much to work with, but an opening kill. That hero rifle singing. That's exactly what they need. They are all jiggling. They're all wanting to be the one to take over the AK, of course. LNZ on low health now. Timer slowly ticking down. Util being readied, but in the meantime, more kills coming on through. The nades are so good as well, but they've managed to scoop up the player advantage and a rifle with it. Player spotted, dumpster taken down, and suddenly around that we thought should have been there, no question. A little bit scarier. They know where the AWP is as well.
They know there's a player long, and most likely the other player coming to rotate in from B. That is the right call. Do they dare to push the smoke? That would be so good to do so with 2 players. What a play! And LNZ finds the AWP. What a Tech 9! What is happening? This is the round that Eyeballers, you cannot lose. You cannot lose against pistols and 1 rifle.
Nope. And it has screwed their economy. And it has left Sangal in a position that map and series point could be theirs for taking time up being called their first one. They took quite a few on Vertigo. And in all fairness, was very much needed because they were desperately trying to figure out how to stop letting all of these rounds go. They were hemorrhaging. Now, it's try to figure out that with what little money they can do, how they fight for overtime, because I don't think they're going to buy into this one. Which means they have to then try go 4 in a row. It's definitely tricky. They might also be trying to use this timeout to break up the momentum a little bit of Sangal. They are starting to catch fire again, and we all saw what happened when that... we started to see those sort of elements peeking through as well.
God, this is just so rough right now, the economy of Eyeballers. To be fair, next round to get onto a full buy again. Not impossible to get to an OT. We've got a couple rounds in the streak now before. But there is just no room for error. Already Peps have been taken out here. W finds a hit. Sapeck as well. And everyone just getting mowed down across the map. They went for a push down monster. And this time, unfortunately, it didn't pay off.
It did not indeed. And now Heap and Golden desperately trying to communicate, trying to figure out what to do here. They can play together. LNZ might not be wanting to let that happen. Youngster's going to take down the first, and LNZ going hunting. Golden has the gun barrel spotted, forced out, taken down, and that is map point, series point here for Sangal.
Eyeballers have to give it everything they got all back into JW's hand, who's been having a phenomenal game. 17 in 14. But on the flip side, these numbers are no stranger. We have LNZ on 17, Floud as well, Youngster with 18 and Jota to top the scoreboard. The new player on loan for Sangal has been doing massive work on the rifle.
We've got to see that continue, however. There's still time for this to come back, and with incredible utility like that, that is how it could start. Softened up nicely for these A1Ss. Jump spot from Heap, not going to yield any response because nobody is here. Not even close. JW, an important shot. Gonna need to hit this one as well, youngster. Scary position. Has the utility to flash themselves out of here, though, if they so desire. Might just sit still, look pretty for a little bit longer, though.
Boom. Exactly the shot that Eyeballers needed to have. Great opening, but they want more information. Maybe go a bit too aggressive, and that gets countered. Float found one. He finds one in return, but it keeps going back and forth. Sangal now wants to speed things up here over towards his A-bomb site. Follow up with utility. Have to force the people to go to bank instead, but now that gets mollied. What do? Do you rush on through? Not gonna happen. Actually, no, it does happen. That's damage dealt, but still pressure up on Sammy. 1 versus 2. Dancing around the box on the side. A quick scope this time around will do it. And now it is Pepsol against Sammy. 20 seconds. Head spotted. Still not quite landing the shot, though. The pressure is on, and a plan continues to be denied.
Might just be on time alone here. Pepsol knows they're going to just peek around the corner at the last second, tap away, and it is a matter of pixels, a matter of milliseconds that keeps this game going. The Eyeballers, the odds so far stacked against them for lots of that round, and they still come out on top. But money situation, very nice here for Sangal. Immediate rebuy and with ferocity.
There's still even money in the bank after this for Sangal, at least the majority of the players. And now Eyeballers still have to do it with FAMASs on the most of them. So it's not ideal, but at least you're still in this game. You've got another shot, you've got another opportunity. You have to make it count. Heap tempted here perhaps to go for a bit of peek in connector. But Youngster just jiggling around the corner. Now who will see who first? And will Youngster even check it? Checks upstairs first. Oh no, the timing. Oh, he does land the headshot. A very crucial kill. And that is now a player advantage in favor of Sangal.
We saw how this went last time, though. All it takes is for one person to step up. An individual performance. JW, 18 and 15, might need to be the savior that they maybe don't deserve, but definitely need. And so much space taken. The jump up spotted. And there's kills left, right, and center. Just a 2v5 left.
This feels like the beginning of the end. Eyeballers getting locked out of the side by utility. And what did they do? They have 0 flashes, 0 smokes to make this retake work. At least a first kill found. But the time is ticking. There's no kit, in fact, on either of their backs. Sapek blinded. Continued delay. And what do Eyeballers do? Oh, needed a face for Gordon. Sapek dies, and that's the final kill locked in. Sangal takes home the victory with a 39 and a 2-0 in this best of 3.
Incredible scenes coming out from them here. They came to play and played they did. They have put themselves in a brilliant position going into, well, the next stage of championship.